This is where I normally say, welcome back to the Frugal Gardener's Garden. But today is a special day for me. Today is the preview of my special project. I call it the H2O Garden Oasis project. I had this idea in my head since last fall when I looked at what a horrendous summer I had in terms of the heat and how much I lost in terms of plants in my garden and vegetables. But I actually didn't do anything about it physically until January. This bin here is going to be the heart of this project. The heart of it is because this is where I've been adding items that I've been picking up since January. Well, most of these items. I'm going to show a few of those to you today because the actual series is going to start in a few days. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up. I wanted to give you a preview, let you know, give you an idea of what I'm going to be working with that's going to help you this summer. The main purpose of this project is to help save time so you won't have to spend a lot of time in the heat. It's also to help you to save money in the long run, and it's going to save your water bill and save your plants. Now, partway through what I'm going to show you, you're going to probably think, well, how is this frugal? How is this saving me money? This is actually costing me money. Pretty much everything that I have, and I'm not going to show it all today because I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's going to run you roughly around $200 if you were to get everything. You don't have to get everything. You can get a little bit, you can get some, you can get none. But that's the reason why I did this over a 5-month period, because I knew it was going to cost a little bit of money. But here's how you need to look at it. Well, here's how I look at it. Basically, if you're spending an extra $40, $50 a month on water like I did last summer until I kind of just gave it up, you're going to spend, in 6 months, you're going to spend an extra $300. So what you're buying now I know you're looking at peat moss, you're looking at the garden core, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you'll have to get over again, next spring. But the majority of what I'm going to show you is tools or equipment. It's a one-time purchase. So next spring, you don't have to buy this stuff over again. So in the long run, you're going to save money instead of spending money. So basically, I'm going to give you a little bit of some information before I get started. I did some research for this project, and I'm not going to bore you with a lot of facts and figures, but I'm just going to tell you this here. According to NOAA, which is the National Weather Service, last summer, the summer of 2019, was the hottest in the North American hemisphere. I'm talking June, July, and August. Those months were just horrendous in terms of the heat. But in my area, I live in Zone 6B, it was compounded by the lack of rain. I think we had maybe 5 or 6 days of rain the entire summer. And I'm not counting the little showers, 10, 15-minute showers. I'm talking about actual rain. So my water catchment system that I thought I was going to, be prepared in the past, it's worked out pretty well for me. A couple other things I've done for my garden to help protect against the heat worked out well. But last year, it was kind of a joke. So basically, the last statistic I want to give you is that not only was this the hottest summer in the northern hemisphere, in August, it was the last 5 hottest on record. So the last 5 Augusts have been record breakers in terms of the northern hemisphere, and in terms of my garden, and probably depending upon where you live, your garden also. So basically, I'm just going to run through real quick some of what I'm going to use. I'm not going to show you everything, but this is a portion of what's going to be used in the garden. and how I came to get some of this stuff. That shade cloth, I mean, it's a lifesaver, but it can only cover but so much. They come in different sizes. This is my third year using this shade cloth. So that's a purchase I didn't have to make. Now, this bag here, that's wheat straw. I mean, that's wheat, yeah, wheat straw. So basically, this is something new I'm trying this year. I have not used this in the past, and I'm excited to use this. So you buy it by the box. Well, I buy it by the box. I mean, if you know somebody with a farm, you can probably get it free. But I'm going to explain to you how I'm using this, why I'm using this. I know you're thinking, oh, it's just going to be, you know, it's a ground cover, it's just going to be used as a mulch, but I found another use for it. I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name of this. I mean, they're calling it a Groya here. That's I guess the company name, but there's a technical name for it. I'll get into that at some point during the series. Some of this stuff is going to be new to you, as it was to me, and some of it is going to be just normal practical stuff that you've seen and probably already used. This was a gift to me from my son. So that goes into the ground, and I'll talk more about that as the series goes on. This is one of those things that you probably already know, and may have also used, and that basically goes under your pot. It's a tray, catches your water. I'm excited about these guys. And again, we want to cover these in the series. I have 2 packs of these. Definitely going to need them. And again, this is something that if you don't know what this is, you don't need to be in the garden. It's basically going to help us in terms of knowing what's going on with the weather. This is the last thing I'm going to show you today from out of my bin. And that's the sprinkler. Basically, let me adjust my camera. You've probably seen these guys before in various versions. So I have 2 different types. I'm not going to pull the other one out now. This is roughly half of what I picked up since January, half of what I'm going to be using this summer. So over the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you exactly how I'll be using these. There's no such thing in my book as overkill when it comes to the heat. Basically, some of this stuff is going to go in the ground, some of this stuff is going to go above ground. The shade cloth you're probably familiar with already, but as I said, you know, I'm not taking any chances this summer. And again, I don't expect you guys to just run out today and just pick all this stuff up. You know, it can be pricey if you try to get it all at once. It's just May. So we really don't deal with the heat that much until you get to around July and August. So there's time for you to pick some of these items up. And then I'm also going to show you how you can a couple of DIY projects, so that if you don't have the time or if you don't want to spend the money, you can kind of make substitutions for it. So that's it for the preview. There's quite a bit here. There's quite a bit more to go. I hope you guys subscribe, because it's going to be a fun spring, and you know, I don't want you to regret just blowing this off and then end up having the same problem I had last summer with the heat. Only God knows what's going to happen this summer heat-wise or in terms of the rain, but based on the past, based on the records, based on the Weather Service, the odds are we're going to have another hot summer. If we don't have another hot summer this summer, it's probably going to be hot next summer. So this stuff isn't going to spoil. It's not going to go bad. So that's where we are now. I'm excited about this, the series. I hope you, if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you subscribe even just for the series. It's going to go on for a couple of weeks. I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I appreciate you stopping by. Comment below. Sign up if you haven't. Tell your friends. I'll see you in a few days with a new video. This is the Frugal Gardener. Have a great day and happy gardening.